Well, hello everybody. It's Sandy. I'm hoping this is live. I'm hoping this is going to work this time because it didn't a few minutes ago. So if you got a notice a few moments ago, I'm sorry about that. I'm going to yammer here for a few minutes while we wait for people to get here, and then I'm gonna lop off this part of the video so that people don't watching the replay don't have to watch this meandery part. But I think I finally got YouTube on my phone to record horizontally. Hopefully you guys are seeing this horizontally. Is that correct? I'm going to look and see if I can pull up my computer and see myself live on here. I don't see anything yet. Okay, I'm seeing some comments, so yay! I think it's going to work a little bit better than it did the last time, because now we're horizontal and all of your comments are like over here in a nice column so I can see you. So hallelujah for that. I'm going to apologize for the puppies because they are behind me and they have been nothing but stinkers today, even though I just took them to the park. So there you go. So we are horizontal. Excellent. So where is everybody? Yeah, there's Vienna getting up on the bed up there, and the bed squeaks. It's a day bed and it's metal and it makes nasty squeaking noises, so we're going to hear it throughout the video probably. Vienna, there's no treats up there. They're all gone. I just cleaned that whole counter and she's not happy. So hello, it looks like you guys are all over the place. I'm seeing lots of different places. Ooh, Iceland, wow. What time is it in Iceland? Signed up for the new class, yay. So, let's see. Most favorite watercolor paint. I don't know why you asked, because Daniel Smith. Sorry, okay. I'm gonna start this from the beginning. So we're going to cut off that beginning part. Hello and welcome to my live stream. I'm excited that you all are here and I'm excited that this is working and that it's horizontal. That's pretty awesome. And I wanted to make sure that I let you know I'm Sandy Allnock. I'm also the owner and primary only single teacher at art-classes.com. So if you are interested in art classes in watercolor, drawing, Copic, eventually other mediums too, then go to the doobly-doo. I don't know if there's a link down there now because I have no idea what's here in the live thing, but you'll be able to, oh, Iceland, 9 p.m. Okay, so it's not too late for you. You will be able to get to the classes and see more about them over on the new website. It just launched last week. So I want to give you a heads up real quickly here because I haven't really said much about it on YouTube since I didn't know when the launch was. I have a lot of videos scheduled that are not going to talk about classes really at all. And I want to let you know that the classes are on sale still through the end of the month. So if you've purchased a class and you think it's a really great thing and you want to give your friends access to the class while they are still on sale, then please let them know to do that now because, yeah, they're on sale through the end of April. And then they will go back to their normal prices. Yowza! It's been going great. Thank you for everybody who's been signing up. Weird doggy noises behind me. Yes, the doggies are Giallo and Vienna. Vienna was the one that jumped up on the bed, and Giallo is crashed out on the floor beside me. Maybe at the end of the video I'll show you a little bit of them. And yeah, so the site is brand new, still kicking tires, still trying to make things work. I think we've got the password thing working better. And if you have not yet gone there, go to the website, get yourself logged in. If you've already taken a class on my other website, then you will have an account, hopefully, on the new one, and your classes should be there. If they are not already there, then email me. And there's also some giveaways on the blog that are ending on Tuesday. So tomorrow I'm going to also update the blog with a little reminder of that because I want you to have a chance to win some free classes or some free stamping and crafting goodies. All right, so now I think I've done my blah, blah, blah. I will answer some questions. So let's see. I'm still seeing some hellos here. If you put a question up there, I probably missed it because I was trying to get through some blah, blah, blah here at the start. And you're welcome to repost those. You're so happy you don't know what to ask. Oh, funny. The best Copic website is my website. If you're talking about a place to learn from. If you're looking for a place to buy from, I buy mine from Ellen Hudson. She's always 25% off, and then sometimes she has an additional discount, and then you get 2 discounts all at once, which is awesome. And she also tries, I try to keep her apprised of the kind of colors that I'm using, so she tries to keep those stocked up. The new website is called art-classes.com. And eventually, maybe I can afford the one without the dash in it, because I had to buy the one that I could afford. It was a little less expensive to buy the one with the dash. If people have a question, put it in all caps. That might help, but they also fly by really fast. They're not like some other live broadcasting where it didn't go flying. So it does tend to go really fast. But that is a good suggestion, to do all caps. But the other suggestion is to copy, just swipe over whatever you've typed and copy it. And then if a few minutes goes by, I mean, don't hammer me with it, but if a few minutes goes by and you have not yet, how do you choose what color you use for images? That's a good question. If you haven't gotten an answer from it, then in a few minutes you can repost it without having to retype it again. And just don't do it over and over again really fast, because sometimes it just takes me a while. And colors, recommend to get first. Now, if you go to my website and go to the Need Help, go to sandyallnock.com, that's my regular website, my blog, and go to the Need Help section, there's a section that's called Copic Blending Groups. And if you're new and you want to get some colors, those have like trios. So, you know, if you want to do yellows, if you want to do pinks, if you want to do greens, I kind of give you some basic combinations that work pretty well. And their fan is finally going to sleep. Yay! And so you can pick those up there on my blog, because that is a question I get a lot. And now, as far as how I decide what colors I'm going to use, if you took the Copic Jumpstart class, you might have some ideas in there, because in the Jumpstart class I talk about different combinations, how to choose some, which ones are pleasing combinations, triadic combinations, that sort of thing. But for the most part, I pick whatever has ink in it. If I have a marker that's dried out, it falls out of the collection of colors that I choose from. You never use the colorless blender. If you take the Copic Jumpstart class, you will start using it, because I show you a lot of different things. And if you watch actually any of my videos here on YouTube, I have a lot of stuff with the Copic colorless blender in it as well. You only have Crayola brushes. I would not recommend them, because you need to have something that's going to hold enough. And I don't know anything about the Shin hand markers. You have to have enough pigment and enough water in a brush. It has to hold something, and a lot of the cheaper brushes just don't hold anything. And then you wonder why you don't get a beautiful brush stroke. So that's the thing. I'm just getting started on planning another watercolor class, because I wanted to have another one to put in the roster. World Watercolor Month is coming up in July, so I'm hoping to launch it then. Hex chart is amazing. Thank you very much for that. Make a shaker card using 50 pound. Oh gosh. Even explaining how to make a shaker card. There's so many videos on it. I would look at one of the videos to try to see how you'd make that, because I can't really explain it without showing it. And now I lost my brain. My brain went away. I was in the middle of answering something and then lost it. Just say the classes went on sale through the end of April. Yes, everything's on sale, $5 off, except for Bible journaling, which is just a couple bucks off. And that may even stay that, because it's just a real quick class. Oh yes, I started saying I'm planning a watercolor class. And in that watercolor class, one of the things I am going to do is kind of show you the difference between different brushes and how they make different brush strokes, and like really zoomed in close up, so you can see why a cheap brush isn't going to work, because the techniques that I'm going to teach in that watercolor class really rely on having a brush that's going to hold water and pigment and hold it in the way that I'm going to be showing you, because if you have a brush that doesn't, it's not going to help. It's not going to do the effect. So that's the thing. And now there's no questions, and I knew there were some that passed by, because I can't read and talk at the same time, apparently. Let me see, what else can I chat about? I am going to take a vacation sometime next month. When I was starting with watercolors, how many hours a day did I practice? Oh, a lot. I guess when I first started, it wasn't as much. And no, I don't sell my cards. Yeah, so I don't have any advice on selling cards either. I'm going to be taking a vacation, taking some time off. I'm debating whether to just not have anything on the blog for a week. I don't know if people will have a fit. What do you guys think? Should I just not have anything on the blog? Or and let the blog take a vacation, or what? While practicing, do you recommend to just practice for the sake of practice, do studies and different things? I think it really depends. Like if you're doing Copic markers and you're trying to learn how to color a zebra, and you have a stamp of a zebra or a drawing or whatever, I would do it over and over and over again, because the first time you do it, you're going to learn something. And the second time you do it, you'll apply the things you learned the first time. Take a week off, you'll live for 7 days. Yay. Okay, so it looks like you guys are okay with taking the week off of the blog, which is good. So I have a whole bunch of stuff planned that I could put in there, so I may throw something in there. We'll see. You'll have a fit. Yeah, I know. Well, it's a vacation because I won't be doing anything. I'm going to not answer social. I'm not going to post anything on social media. I'm just going to like go away for a week, but my blog, I could still have stuff on. But anyway, back to the practicing. I would say like practice that zebra the first time, practice it the second time, practice it the third time, practice it the fourth time, because if you keep coloring that image over and over again, you're going to learn something real quickly from it. If you like do it and you're like, okay, I got that card done, I don't need it anymore, and then you never color that one for another 3 months, then you'll forget everything you learned the first time. So you want to keep doing it a couple times till you cement in what you've done and why it worked and why it didn't, whether it's the colors or the technique or whatever. So, Sandy Unplugged. Yeah, that's me unplugged. I can't believe that YouTube's working. This is kind of nice because last time it tried to eat my video and it was really a pain in the butt. You'll watch old videos. Yeah, I was thinking about making that the week that I post my newsletter, because I'm going to try to start a newsletter, and then I could send the newsletter out with like, here's stuff to keep you busy while I'm away. Was sort of maybe the idea. But I was also going to try to do first of the month too. So we'll see. View on Caran d'Ache gouache. I don't really use gouache very much. There are some watercolors that I used to call watercolors, and now I would call them more gouache because they don't have the same transparency and stuff. They end up more chalky than watercolors do. So I really like watercolors, so I don't really get into using anything like gouaches anymore. Sorry, I'm reading Twitter. Twitter's like up there and you're down here all at the same time. So multitasking, my poor little brain. So yeah, I might give you guys some stuff to do while I'm gone. Oh good, you found me. So I'm hoping that this went out somehow. I'm not sure how if you guys can tell me how you got the notification. Did it come in your email, or did the link that I post work? Because I tried something on, I was going to use my computer because my phone hadn't worked the last times that I tried it. So I was going to use the computer because there's like a little go live button. But then I realized in the middle of that, like 10 minutes ago, you have to download a streaming something or other and then go through that. And I was like, oh no. So now I had to hope that the phone worked. And I had something set up there, and I don't know if that's what this is or if this is still that, and there's another thing somewhere. Popped up on YouTube in your subscriptions. Wrong link on the post. Oh well. Hopefully people will find me if they're interested enough in finding me. I guess they'll find me. And if not, you can watch later. Nuvo brush markers, have not tried them. And for the most part, I like Copic markers the best. I mean, they go on like butter. They're way better than a lot of other markers. I don't know if the Nuvos, I don't even know what they are, if they're water-based or alcohol-based. Not a clue. Haven't tried them. So, yeah. Email and YouTube notice. Tube paints or watercolor pans. You're going to get more value out of the tubes because you just do when you get down to like per little thing of pigment versus what's in the pans. But I squeeze out all of my my colors from my tubes into a watercolor palette that has pans in it. So I'm kind of making my own pans that way. And for card making and stuff, and for what you guys see on YouTube, I generally just use the palette that has all the paints in it. When I'm doing some of my fine art painting though, what I've started doing, I've been taking some classes and just kind of doing some things outside of my normal and the stuff that I'm learning from them, they're much more heavily pigmented paintings, which means I'm blasting through paint like crazy. So that's one reason I haven't really showed you how to do some of that stuff, because you guys are not the type to waste paint, because I know you. I know you really well. Whoa, all of a sudden a whole bunch of comments came flying through, and there's somebody who wants to be blocked. Goodbye. So yeah, yes, I did block. So anyway, so back to my pigmentation. So I'm using like a giant plate thing and just throwing a whole bunch of pigment straight on that from the tube. How long have I been painting and drawing, making art? Since I was a little girl. Just always have been. Somebody asked me on Instagram yesterday, because they were feeling depressed that they weren't very good, and how did I get that good? Well, I do it all the time. Just remember, if you don't do it all the time, you're not, no, I'm not Irish. I wish I was Irish, but I'm not. I'm Polish, mostly Polish and German. Yes, I'm considering colored pencil class for the future, but putting in a lot of time is what is going to make the difference for you. Putting in a ton of time, and I don't mean 2 hours on a weekend and that's it. You really do have to put more time in than that if you want to actually get better, faster. Because you just need time. You need practice. And it's just like if you go to the gym, I've said this before, if you go to the gym once a week and that's all you do, then the exercises that you did on Monday when you went the first time are not going to carry over to the following Monday. You need to do them on Wednesday and Friday. You have to do them every other day in order to build on what you've already learned. So you just need to do a lot of time. Let's see. Okay, I didn't understand that one. Sorry. Oh, and I see you can actually hit the like button. So if you're enjoying this, hit the like button for me. Let's see how that go up. Found the live stream on Instagram. Good. Oh, and I didn't get to you fast enough, but you want to be blocked too. Really nice when you make it clear. Oh, the thumbs down experiment. The thumbs down experiment didn't result in pretty much anything. I put up a video on my other channel just saying, hey, what if we all put a thumbs down on a particular video? I do this for a living. And let's see. Dun, 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 dun. I know, I'm like trying to get to the blocks before they go away and they fly past, because when everybody's talking. Oh, Numa's water-based. So yeah, I would definitely prefer Copic to them anyway. Yeah, spammers arrived. Billy, my name is Sandy and I'm an artist and paper crafter. Oh, when I'm on vacation, how about a guest designer? That's an idea. That's possible. I'll think about it. Okay, I was gonna say something and I don't remember what it was. It's Sunday and you've got Sandy Unplugged here, is what you've got. If Crispy comes by, I will actually... no, I can't speak any Polish. There was a song my grandma taught me when I was a little girl, and I don't even remember that anymore. Let's see. Do I like clay? Yeah. I'm not a huge clay fan, but... let's see. Selection of the more popular videos for a topic. Not sure what you... Whoa, okay. Everything went flying by, sorry. Taking the Copic class and coloring like crazy, yay! Because the more you color, the better you're going to get. Yes, I do this for a living. This is my job. And hello, Spain. Nice to see you. Okay, Crispy, you're being nice if you tell me I'm amazing. If you say anything bad, I'm on to you, so I might have to block you if you get bad. You have to be good. Any fine art artists that I watch on YouTube? Anna Mason is, of course, one of my favorites. And Kelly Eddington. She's pretty fantastic. And then there's that watercolor guy. What's the watercolor guy's name? I don't remember his name. I don't recall. The Mind of Watercolor, that's what it is. The Mind of Watercolor. I do like his videos. Oh, play the more famous videos for Copic or pencil. Oh, I getcha. So like do a little like mini class on my blog with like old videos and pull together a theme. That's an awesome idea. That is a really awesome idea. You're not, okay, you're not being naughty yet, so stay not being naughty. Yes, you watch watercolor. I've been buying at Michael's. I buy at Ellen Hudson. I'm not into buying from the chain stores, if at all I can help it, because the chain stores make a lot of our money. They take it and they bleed us dry, and I like to support entrepreneurs, and Ellen is a friend and an entrepreneur, and I like the way she runs her business. I really am impressed with her, and there's some others that I have not been impressed with their business practices, so there you go. Coloring flowers, do I go off images to choose a coloring and shading? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. If I'm trying to mimic an actual flower, I'll go follow it. My favorite YouTube channel is probably, it's not a crafty one. It's Stephen Colbert, because I can't stay up late enough to watch him, or if I do, I'm doing something else at that time of night, so I watch him on YouTube instead. So there you go. Let's see, what other questions may come by? Yes, hooray for small businesses. Excellent. I like them. Favorite online stores to buy from. I mean, Ellen carries everything that I need, so I generally shop there, but sometimes I run out to a couple other places. Yeah, Copic classes, I've been told other people have taken my Copic class with Spectrum Noirs and they still learn plenty, so there you go. Okay, we're going to get rid of one. Oh, I missed another comment that went away behind it. Repeat my favorite watercolor YouTubers. Kelly Eddington is one, and Anna Mason and The Mind of Watercolor. Those are my favorites. Okay. I guess since all of you are asking me to make Crispy go bye-bye, Crispy's gone. There you go. If Copics are as good as everybody says. Well, originally I bought 6 of them in the Easter like pastel colors. The year that I bought them, that's all my LSS, my local store, had brought in. So I just bought some just to prove that they weren't all that great, because who needs more markers? I had my water-based markers, and then I took them home and I went, ooh, these color like butter. And that became the obsession with Copics. They really are that good. If you want to just buy one set of 3, I would go to my website and go to the section that says Need Help, and there's a Copic blending groups. If you've never used Copics before, just pick your favorite colors. Like if you like reds or if you like pinks, just pick those 3 colors and just go buy those 3 and try them. That's all. Training using graphic design. Yes, I spent most of my career as a graphic designer. Favorite non-Copic markers? Probably Tombos are what I use the most when I'm doing non-Copic things. But then I also have all kinds of other other pens that I use too. What is a paper crafter? Somebody who makes crafts out of paper stuff. Paper crafter as opposed to general crafter, because you'll get people who make like DIY toilet seat covers or wall plaques or those kind of things. I make stuff out of paper. If it's not made out of paper, I really have a hard time with it. I need paper. So that's why I call it paper crafter. Because I don't necessarily call myself only a card maker, because I make other things. What do I not like to Copic or paint? I don't like to do flowers. So you guys are going to have a real howl when it comes to the next class, because it's going to be watercolor flowers. So I'm going through great penance and pain for all of you right now, because I am doing watercolor flower studies to figure out which ones are going to be easiest to teach and the best ones to share with you guys, because I know you like flowers and I don't. So there you go. Oh, goodness, Harry, I missed you again. Yes, I'm giving you flowers because, you know, I like to do what you want. You guys want flowers. And I figure if I do the flowers and just get them over with, then they're done. So, there you go. you're a doll maker, and I don't have much experience. I did do one little tiny project when I was in a class on Copic, or with Copic on fabric. They had these little bags. I don't even know if I have it around here. I used to have it here somewhere. And they stamped a little picture on a bag and we colored it. And it was on a little piece of canvas bag. And, you know, it worked fine, but there you go. Okay, Harry is really, really working at it, so I'm going to accommodate him. Yeah, I'd love to do another whimsical sketching class. That would be nice. I want to do some more basic drawing classes, some, you know, things on perspective and composition and that kind of stuff. Those sort of things. Well, hello, Greece. Nice to see you. Welcome. And so I want to do that. I want to do some stuff with coloring Copic scenes. And my sister sent me the coolest thing. I'm so excited. I've been drowning in watercolor flowers, so I haven't had time to play with it. But it's this thing. It's over here. And I don't know if you've heard of this thing, but it is called a slate. And I'm excited to see how this thing works, because you're supposed to be able to put a piece of paper on here and draw on it with whatever you're drawing with. And it, as it's plugged in, is going to go into your computer and then make a drawing on your screen. So what I plan to do eventually is I want to do a Copic people class, but I don't want to do it necessarily with stamps, because I want you to have a nice big image to work with, because I think that's going to help you to understand a little bit more about skin tones and shadows and that kind of thing. So I want to have a nice big one, but I don't want to like blow up a stamp. So I want to do my own drawings for that one. And this is going to help that, because then I can draw it, like make it feel like a drawing, rather than like trying to draw it in the software, which I'm terrible at. So I'm excited about this thing. My sister is really cool getting me a present like that. So that was really fun. Okay, back to more questions. Let's see. You want to give you a shout out? Okay, hi Jeddo. Just getting started, okay. Yeah, the toy looks fancy. It's not cheap either, so I'm excited to give it a try. No, I'm not doing any more traveling and teaching, because that's just too much of a pain in the drain. So you want to see more fine art videos. I'm hoping to start putting more of that in, because as we start doing more of the advanced classes, I want people to start seeing more ideas on what you can do with it beyond, here's a card. Not that cards are bad, but I want to encourage people to start going much more beyond just paper crafting, even though that is still an art. But I want people to get the sense that you've bought all these materials, you've bought all these supplies, and you can go out and do big things with them. You can do amazing work with them. You don't have to just like stay on a little card. That's all I know how to do. So, across where I am, nope, it's too much of a pain in the drain. I'm so sorry to do. Yeah, reporting spammers can help. Absolutely. Feel free to click on them and smack them down as much as you can, because I can't keep up with all of it at the same time as I'm talking. But when I teach classes, when I teach paper crafting classes and card making classes and those kinds of things, I teach those even locally, and I have to do all the prepping. I have to provide all the materials. I have to buy all the supplies. And that means it costs me a whole lot to do that. It costs me a lot in time. It costs me a lot in moolah. And if I do it online, you guys have to go buy your own stuff. And I figured out the math of it and went, wait a minute. So why am I doing this? Because I can do it once on a great video and really pour my heart and soul into it, and then end up giving everybody the benefit of that learning, and not just a small group in a class. Now I may do some teaching of fine art classes. Daniel Smith wants me to teach there, but I need to, let's see. Okay, it's taking its time. It's just taking a little while to recognize when I say block this one, block that one, because boy, it's like some gamers all came in here and decided to mess with us. Yikes. Buy them in sets or individuals. I bought mine in sets for the beginning, and I realized that they didn't come in sets of like threesomes that were going to be helpful. So I think it's mostly helpful to just buy them one off as you figure out what you need. The hex chart helps a lot of people decide what they need. And the Copic Jumpstart class as well. I've had several people now say they've taken, I can see you, Jacqueline. They've taken the Copic Jumpstart class without any markers and just watched the class and said, I want that color and I want that color and I want that color. They just kept a little notebook and then they went back through the class again after they got those markers. And it was really helpful to them in not having to buy a lot. So that's another reason why I say, just take the class and get that over with, and then you kind of know what you need. No classes on brush lettering. I'm a terrible brush letterist, so I don't do that. You don't understand my accent. So sorry about that. I speak English, and apparently you don't if you don't understand my accent. Best place to learn how to create a nice blog site. I've actually paid someone to create my blog design, because I realized I didn't do it very well the times that I did it. So not really sure what to tell you on that. Love to create a link for the intro brushes for something. Sorry, missed that. Whatever it was. Yeah, if we all had the free time these trolls have and could use that to create art, imagine how good we'd be if we took all of their time and rolled it all up and decided that we were going to spend that time doing art. That would be amazing. Glazing in watercolor, yes, I have done glazing in watercolor. I tend to not do it as much as I do in Copic, because with watercolor I like to do wet in wet a lot. That seems to be one of my favorite things, and that is also one of the reasons why I haven't rushed into, oh gosh, go away, people. Okay, well apparently it's just going to be slow. I can't really block him until, there you go. That's why it took me a while to get into doing a whole lot of watercolor publicly here on YouTube, because, shoot, nope. Almost grabbed the wrong person. Noemi, I almost blocked you because your thing moved up a little too fast. Because it's taken me a long time to learn what I like in watercolor. Because even though you guys might see a finished product and go, oh wow, that's really cool, a lot of other people, you know, like, it's hard for me to know what I like because I'm just trying out different stuff. Yeah, lots of slimy trolls. Goodness gracious. No, I'm not able to on my phone because my phone only has like 3 little thingies here, and if I touch the screen it does, oh, it does slide down. But then I miss new things, so there you go. Do I light up in the dark? Sam, I think you've been asking some really bizarre questions. Oh, I missed you again. Holy moly, I just can't get to you guys quick enough. Okay, go away. There we go. Okay. I got rid of another one. I'm just not very good at doing it very fast. Yes, report them away, because those are the people who are going to be actually running around being mean to other people too. And if they're going to be mean to other people and mean here, then let's just get rid of them. Oh, Rocket Games, you gotta go away too. This is so not fun when I spend the entire time doing this and just sitting here blocking people instead of talking with you, because I came here to talk with you guys. It's been what? Okay, 35, 40 minutes. So we'll go to an hour if you guys want to do an hour, if we have enough. And if it gets not good, then we will cut it off early if you don't have questions. Well, okay, there goes a whole bunch. It kind of, yeah. The whole thing kind of slides by and, oh, let's see. Okay, Goober, you go away. All right. There we go. I got rid of some more. It's kind of like, yeah, I haven't done this enough to even have moderators or figure out how to do all that. I'm barely trying to get this thing up and running. What makes art impressions watercolor method different? It's because you're actually coloring on this stamp itself and then pulling the ink away from the edge, and that's what you're painting with. So that's what makes it different than regular watercolor. And I speak English. I'm very sorry if you don't. I see some other language going across there. Yeah, and I know some people do like Facebook Live. I have many more people here who have the opportunity to see me. A lot of people don't follow me on Facebook Live, so they don't get to see it if I don't do it here. So I'll bounce back and forth between them. Art and graphic markers compared to Tombow. The Tombow have more of a felt nib, and the Art and Graphic have a rubber nib, and it kind of makes a squeaky noise. I should do a video with that making a squeaky noise at some point. And that seems to be one of the big differences between them, but I haven't used the Art and Graphic long enough to know if they're going to fall into my favorites or not. Have not found a watercolor sketchbook that I like at all. And that is a sad thing, that I can't find one at all. Now I know why a lot of the artists make their own sketchbooks, because they make them out of the paper that they like. And that's what I really should do. But I'm trying to use up these sketchbooks and finish them up before I decide I'm gonna go make my own. Favorite media for art, it's either Copic or watercolor, depends on the day. I kind of toss back and forth between the two of them. Yes, my life is sad. My life is sad some days. And that is how life is. Favorite paper for Copics is the Nina. And favorite medium for Bible journaling is watercolor pencil or watercolor. Next project is what? I'm working on this watercolor class. Eventually, it's going to be till July before I get it all done. But my next, let's see, my next project that I need to shoot is going to be, let's see, what's in this little box here. I keep a box full of all this stuff. And I think one of the next ones I'm shooting is going to be this little llama, because he's cute. But it's going to be a while before that's up, because I am 7 weeks ahead on my blog, and I am so excited. Totally, totally excited. Oh, shoot. Okay, you need to go away, dude. It's gamers. This is really ridiculous that we have all these gamers being jerks. Gamers, you're giving yourselves a bad reputation. It'd be really nice if you stopped doing that. So there you go. And Goober Dude. I wonder sometimes if they like give themselves a challenge to see how many channels they can get blocked from, because they work hard at it. Dog's name, Vienna is the one who's the flat one on the bed over there, the black and white one, and the other one is Giallo, and he's asleep on the floor. What does goober mean? I think it's like a booger, I think. I don't know. Well, yay for Argentina's field hockey teams. Awesome. And no, I'm not going to talk politics here. I only talk politics on Twitter. If you care about what I think about politics, you can go there and find out. And you can hate me there rather than hate me here. No, I don't like Hitler. I'm not sure anybody does. And if you do, goodbye to you. Oh my. Okay, let's start talking about something. Thoughts on Altenew markers. I did try them. I have one little pack of them that they sent me to try. They're okay. The nibs are a little softer than I'm used to and stuff, and the color kind of flows out faster than I'm used to, so you have to adapt some of your techniques. But I haven't really played around with them enough to know. And no, I am not Muslim. I am a Christian. And you, sir, are going to go away, and so are you. Yes, I did just get a tablet. I do indeed. Yes, I have social media, and those links are usually in the doobly-doo. I'm pretty much Sandy Allnock everywhere. But I've also started a recent artclasses.com in a bunch of different social, because I'm trying to like put all the class stuff over there. By the way, students on artclasses.com, if you share with me some of your work, then occasionally I'm going to be pulling student work to put on those accounts. So if you want to be shared, that's what I do. I sometimes share on my account, but usually I have so much stuff going on and so much stuff to share, I don't have enough time. So it's more helpful to do that on the other account. So, yeah, the trolls are a little on the crazy side. You're beginning the Bible journaling class. Good. Enjoy it. Enjoy. Micron pens are good. They're fine. Yeah, it is kind of crazy how rude people can be. Quite, quite something. Are we women? Most of my followers are women. My group here, my little group of people. Can you share a full photo of finished work? Just not do it in a way that somebody's going to be able to print it out and copy it and use it, that sort of thing. Like, you know, put some markers over it, kind of make it at an angle. You've seen some of the shots that I've showed where you just kind of show a portion of it. So, you know, if you have one of your hexes in the Copic hex art class that you're like, whoa, this is the most amazing thing, then zoom in and like show us what colors you used and stuff. Nope, no kids, just puppy kids. Yes, I am ignoring the fools as much as possible and blocking when my little finger can zoom up there really fast to catch them. So this is stuff I put up with. Let's see, is this the sort of stuff you have to put up with when you are just sharing your artistic self? I'm not sure what you mean, like the trolls? I don't usually get trolls coming after me elsewise. Rochelle, you have not been blocked because you showed up in my screen, so I guess you're still here. I hope I didn't block anybody by accident. If I did, message me on a different social and let me know, and I can unblock you if I can figure out where to do that. Should you start watercolor for anime and manga? It really depends. Watercolor might be a good place to start and then move to Copics, but I know most of the anime people like the look of Copics better for that. But I've seen some people who do some amazing watercolor anime too. So really depends on your preference, I guess. Watercolors can be less expensive because with the basic set of yellow, red, and blue, you can mix any color you want. You don't have to have all those different ones. Other YouTube favorite crafters. Now there's a few that I watch, but I don't really watch people who are doing things like me. And the reason is, you know, that's why I follow artists instead of following crafters very much, because I tend to find that I start trying to be like them. I try to do things like them, either make videos like them, use techniques like them. And that's why sometimes you'll see me post something, I'm like, oh, I think this is the coolest thing, I just came up with this, and like somebody else already did it a couple weeks ago. I don't even know because I didn't look. I try to not do that. I try not to pay attention to people because I want to just let it organically develop in me. That's how I come up with some of the different things that I do, and people are like, I've never seen anybody do that before. So I try to get inspiration from different places, so I don't watch a whole lot of crafters. Yes, I am the queen of full set syndrome, but with watercolor, you only need 3 colors. I'm living in the Seattle area, Western Washington. And we are at 43 minutes, so another 15 or so is how long we're going to go. Unless things go belly up, we shall see. Do I like using a computer for any of my work? Not really a whole lot. Enjoy the techniques, blah, blah, blah. I like the manner of presentation, all due to Toastmasters. Give them credit. Sorry. Favorite watercolor is Daniel Smith. Min Monsta. I have no idea who Min Monsta is, but I might have to check that out. Birthday was in March. Okay, and ready for the goob. Anybody who uses the word goober, you're going to start getting blocked just because. Color pencil review in the works. I don't have a lot of color pencil brands, so that's why I haven't done a whole lot of comparisons. And no, I don't travel and teach at all. Although I have the secret plan. I do have a brand new art installation in Rome. I have a one-woman show in Rome that just went live, apparently. Because when I was there, I stayed at this great bed and breakfast, and Rosa Maria was this wonderful, wonderful lady who took really good care of me. And I had told her when I was there, and this was 2 years ago, I told her I was going to make her a painting to hang on her wall in the bed and breakfast. Wouldn't that be awesome? And I finally sent it to her. And so this morning she and I have been chatting back and forth, trying to just chit chat about, you know, she said thank you for the painting, and she actually remembered me because I am the only probably American who came there to see Caravaggio. I didn't come to see anybody else. I did see other people, but I wanted to see the hometown boy, and she was so impressed with that she remembered me, which was kind of cool. So I sent her this painting and she was very excited. So I now have a one-woman show, a permanent installation in Rome. So if you ever go to Rome, let me know and I will tell you where you can go see it. I don't know if she's got it framed yet. Hopefully she'll get it framed at some point. I'd like to see a picture of it sometime. I do have a friend who's going to Rome, and I'm going to ask her to go there and at least take a picture if she can't stay there. A few of the Copics run in real time. Well, there is actually, in the end of the Copic Hex Art class, there is a massive 2-hour real-time Copic video. It is massive. I don't know if I have it here. Let me see if I can do it without knocking. If you hear a big crash, then I have knocked over everything in this giant pile here. I decided I was going to add at the end of class a video showing how you would actually use all those techniques from the class all in one picture. So I tried to use as many as I could. I didn't get them all in there, but it's this. And it's 2 hours long. And it doesn't have any voiceover. It doesn't have any colors lists, but it has 2 hours worth. If you want to sit there and watch 2 hours worth, rock on with your bad self, because it's there. You like Caravaggio too? Yes, he is wonderful. Yes, I am in my studio. My hair is actually done with henna. Otherwise, I would be gray. So it's a henna called Colora is the name of the brand, and it is sunset red is the color. Compliment my beautiful art. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And Brian, you also want to go away. So have a nice day. It's hard to know what to say to a troll. Never use a Cricut. Not into the Cricut. Because I color things. I mean, my whole channel has turned into only coloring. My blog and everything, a lot of it, I think I was talking to a friend, I may have hit, I don't know, there's a finite group of people who color all the time. I think there's a cap for someone like me. Some of the other crafters that are out there, there's like this wide pool because they get people who want to do all different kinds of things. And those folks have like an unlimited pool because all crafters would watch them. I only get people who want to watch me. So I had this meeting with YouTube recently, and they were like, "Oh, we got to try to get you to 100,000. We really do." And I'm like 67,000 or something now. And they're like, "Yeah, we got to really get you up there. We got to do this and this and this on your channel." I'm like, "Oh, for crying out loud!" Because I don't know that there are 100,000 people who color, but I'm more than happy to have the people who color on my channel. That's the people I want. I don't want everybody. I want the people who color. So we will see whether or not I make it to 100,000 any time ever. I cannot unblock you because you get to go bye-bye. I'm going to do more watercolor. Oh, the watercolor along thing, I did because I didn't know how to do classes. And I wanted to see what it was like. Would people watch a full-on long video? And so now those things are going to be imported into classes instead. I'm thinking about taking those videos and making them into a free watercolor class on my site. Just pulling those videos in. And that might get people to come and look at the site. That sort of thing. So I may do that at some point too. Maybe that's a good thing to do during the week of vacation. That might be fun. Because the videos are done. And I can just say, "Hey, come and look at this." Because a lot of people wouldn't see that. I adore the videos. Hope to start taking classes. Yay. Exercise or diet? Neither. They're both painful. Do I miss sending cards to the soldiers? I do in some ways, and in other ways, I really don't. I am 10 years older than when I started doing that, and I had a lot more energy back then and stuff. So it's been nice not having it. Just open the video. What are we talking about? We're just chatting, talking about just answering questions and stuff. Definitely Coca-Cola. I am a Coca-Cola girl. Turtle or potato? Well, turtles are cuter than potatoes, but potatoes taste better than turtles. I don't really know that. I've never eaten a turtle before. Like the way I explain what I'm doing, what product I'm using, and the voice, the way I'm talking is easy listening. Well, good. I'm glad. A lot of that is due to Toastmasters. And if you are doing videos and you're looking for a way to improve, if you feel like you're going yada, yada, yada all the time, then go to a Toastmasters club, because I swear it will improve you drastically. Just earned myself a like for being a Coca-Cola female. There you go. No, I cannot do a backflip. I am 50-something. We're going to leave it at 50-something. And 50-somethings don't do backflips. How many years of college? I did a regular 4-year college degree. And my degree was in graphic design. Any plans for a gallery for posting student work? That is something I'm hoping to figure out. I think there's a plugin I can use eventually. And I would like to figure that out. But I also then have to manage it. And since I don't have employees, well, I have these two little fuzzy employees, but they're not very good at the computers. They like hit the computer with their paws and they don't really control anything. Then that sort of leaves me with just me doing stuff, which is why it's hard for me to keep up on comments on everything, because it's just me. So, unfortunately. Laffy Pup, did I ignore you? I'm sorry. Things just flew on by. I have no idea what a bleach gummy is. Toastmasters is where you go to learn and improve your public speaking as well as leadership skills too. So it's also good if you're in a job where you're in a leadership role or you want to be in a job with a leadership role. Toastmasters is an organization. It's international, so you can find one anywhere you want. Go to toastmasters.org and punch in your information on where you live, and it'll tell you where the nearest club is. And you work your way through some manuals. One is on public speaking, and it gives you all these tips for different types of speeches, and you practice those. And then it also has leadership skills. So it's an excellent organization. Yeah, I'm always going to do more art impressions because it's good stuff. I just did one the other day. Drawing tips and how do I get into art? Draw all the time. All the time. Just keep drawing. Get yourself lots of sketchbooks. Always have one with you and always be drawing. No idea what a Posca pen is. Sorry. What do I do on YouTube? I do art and paper crafting videos. What I'm going to do is yeah, exactly. Or the people who say things like, now we're going to do this. We are usually not doing any of it. It's usually me that's doing it. That's my other thing that kind of gets, okay, Luis, I'm sorry, but when you get into the drugs, that's block-worthy. So sorry. There's an imposter. Are you saying there's an imposter in chat? Because I know there was somebody who started a channel with my name previously. Buongiorno! That's as much as I can say in Italian. Sorry. Okay. Yavuz gets to go bye-bye too. Silly people. Cocoa Puffs are delicious. Any of those kids' cereals with a lot of sugar are delicious. I'll just say that. Oh, my evil twin is commenting. Okay. Aha. Well, somebody had started a channel. I had it removed, and I guess I will have to go do that again. God bless them. Yes, I ate that rest of that Milky Way bar as soon as I finished drawing it. Bye-bye. That did not take long. That was like seriously fast drawing because I wanted to eat the rest of that chocolate. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go to my Instagram and you'll see I drew a chocolate bar and it was painful to wait to eat the rest of it. Another question about children. I don't have any, so I don't have any advice for children either. I don't know how to raise them, so I have no child rearing advice. Sorry. I mean, I could give you what I think you should do, but there you go. No classes. I don't teach anymore. Will I do more landscape art? Yes. I want to do some more landscapes, and no, I'm not an agent of Putin. Goodbye. There you go. Hey, Nana Fancy. When did I start drawing? When I was like a little kid. When I was very small. Advice to improve your drawing: keep drawing. Keep drawing. Okay. Unicorn power. I'm sorry if you're going to use bad language. Even if I've ignored you, then you get to go bye-bye. No, I don't use the elegant writer. Why don't I answer your question? Because I'm not seeing them. I don't really know. They're flying by really fast. If a frog was a turtle and a turtle was a frog, then what is life? I really don't know. I like turtles. You think deep questions. Not really sure. Why do I prefer the live on YouTube than Facebook? Because I have more people here on YouTube and more people will eventually see it. I only have a limited pool on Facebook, so there you go. But I do bounce back and forth between them, so there you go. Favorite flavor of paint? Not sure. I haven't tasted them, but Daniel Smith is the brand that I use. Would I ever share my testimony? Probably at some point. There is something coming for those who like Bible journaling. There is something coming eventually, probably end of summer into the fall, that might answer a question like that. And I'm just going to leave it at that because I can't talk any further about that. There you go. Were I a teacher? No, I were not a teacher. I've been a graphic designer my whole life and then started moving into doing like art stuff and doing videos, and then eventually quit all the graphic design stuff. Yes, you can still sign up for the online classes, and they are still on sale to the end of April. Any crafting other than paper crafting? No, if it doesn't have paper, like I can't sew worth a darn. Let's see, new subscriber, thank you. Yes, you can go back and watch videos anytime you want. What does sharing testimony mean? It's how I came to be in a relationship with God. And it's a longer story, so I'm not going to go into that here, but there you go. Okay, memes, you really just want to go away. That's just what you're going to do. Yes, people don't stop asking dumb questions. Does Copic bleed through on Bible pages? Of course it does. It bleeds through on, why would it not bleed through on Bible pages? I have done a little bit of airbrush, very light airbrush, but do not touch that marker to that paper because it goes right through quite quickly. So we are at 57:53. It is about time to say goodbye. So thank you all for coming. I enjoyed it. I hope you did as well. And why is the sky blue? That's a great question to end on. There's something to do with particles. I know there's a science answer. So there you go. Why is this in your recommended? Because you might like art. Maybe that's why. Anyway, thank you guys. Have a really great day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, if it's still your weekend, or the rest of your week, if it's Monday. And I will talk to you guys next time. I'll have probably a YouTube live once a month or so. That's kind of the plan. So thank you, and I'll see you later. Mwah. Bye-bye. Yes.